Imagine this. You're an ancient farmer, standing alone on a cracked, sun-baked field under a merciless sky. Your crops are withering. Your family's survival hangs by a thread. No satellites, no apps, no forecasts on your phone. Just you, the wind, and the whispers of nature. How do you know if life-giving rain is on the way, or if famine is your fate? What secrets did our ancestors unlock to peer into the heavens and predict the unpredictable? Stick with me, because what they discovered might just blow your mind and change how you see the world forever. Let's step back in time to the cradle of civilization, ancient Mesopotamia, around 650 BC. You're a Babylonian priest-astronomer perched high on a ziggurat in the bustling city of Babylon. The Tigris and Euphrates rivers snake through the fertile plains below, but lately they've run low. Your people depend on the rains to swell these waters, to irrigate the fields of barley and dates that feed empires. Every dawn, you scan the horizon, not with telescopes, but with eyes trained by generations. Look, those clouds gathering in the west, thick and towering like angry gods. But it's the subtle signs that quicken your pulse. A halo around the moon last night, a ring of light foretelling moisture in the air. Optical phenomena, they called it. These shimmering auras caused by ice crystals high above. And the stars? Oh, the stars were your calendar. The position of Venus aligning with the constellations. A celestial code whispering of incoming storms. You etch your predictions on clay tablets, warning the king, rain in 3 days. But as you descend the steps, a nagging doubt creeps in. What if the gods withhold their tears? What hidden force could turn the tide? Now, fast forward a few centuries and cross the Mediterranean to ancient Greece, where philosophy meets the fury of the elements. Picture yourself as a humble shepherd on the slopes of Mount Olympus, circa 340 BC. The air is thick with the scent of olive groves and wild herbs, but your flock is restless, huddling closer as dark clouds brew. Aristotle himself documented these methods in his treatise Meteorologica, drawing from observations passed down through oral lore. You watch the birds, swallows dipping low to the ground, their wings skimming the earth. Why? Because insects, sensing the dropping air pressure, fly closer to the soil, and the birds follow. A sure sign rain is brewing, or that red sunset last evening, painting the sky in fiery hues. Red sky at night, sailors' delight, they'd say, meaning clear weather ahead. But here's the surprise. These weren't just superstitions. Modern science confirms low-flying birds indicate humidity changes before a storm. As thunder rumbles in the distance, you hurry your sheep to shelter, heart pounding. Yet, even as the first drops fall, you wonder, could there be more precise ways hidden in the rhythms of the cosmos? Leap across continents now, to the lush yet unpredictable lands of ancient India around 1500 BC during the Vedic era. You're a village elder in the Indus Valley, surrounded by rice paddies that thirst for the monsoon. The air hums with the chants of priests reciting from the Rig Veda, ancient hymns that weave weather lore into spirituality. Your methods? Bioindicators drawn from nature's own playbook. Watch the ants. They're marching in lines, building their mounds higher than usual, sealing entrances with frantic urgency. Why? They're sensing the moisture in the soil, preparing for floods. Or listen to the frogs croaking louder at dusk, their calls a chorus heralding rain within days. Surprising fact, these observations were so accurate that they formed the basis of panchangs, almanacs calculating lunar phases and planetary positions to predict rainfall patterns. The moon, in certain nakshatras, star clusters, signaled abundant showers. But emotion runs deep here. Drought meant starvation, so you'd perform rituals, offering prayers to Indra, the thunder god, with dances and fires. As clouds finally burst, soaking the earth, relief washes over you like the rain itself. But hold on, what if the stars failed you? Across the world, other cultures turn to even more mystical means. Travel now to the dense jungles of Mesoamerica, where the Maya civilization thrived from 2000 BC. You're a Mayan farmer priest in the shadow of towering pyramids in the city of Tikal. The tropical heat clings to your skin as you climb the steps to the observatory, your calendar stone in hand. These weren't mere stargazers. The Maya developed one of the most sophisticated astronomical systems to forecast the rainy season. By tracking Venus's cycle, its 584-day orbit, they aligned it with the 260-day sacred calendar, predicting the onset of rains crucial for maize crops. Surprising twist. They noticed the Dresden Codex, an ancient book, detailed how the god Chak controlled storms, but their predictions hinged on math, calculating solstices and equinoxes with eerie precision. Animal signs played a role too. Jaguars roaring more frequently, or cebas, trees budding early, signaled wet weather. Suspense builds as the dry season drags on. Families gather, anxious, sacrificing to the gods for mercy. When the first thunderclap echoes through the canopy, it's not just water, it's salvation. Yet, as you descend, a chilling thought. What extremes would your neighbors, the Aztecs, go to ensure the skies opened? Just a stone's throw in time and space, but worlds apart in intensity. The Aztecs of central Mexico, around 1300 AD. You're a high priest atop the Templo Mayor in Tenochtitlan, the floating city on Lake Texcoco. The stakes are life or death. Failed rains mean failed harvests and the empire crumbles. Your methods blend observation with divine plea. Like the Maya, you watch the stars, but add rituals to appease Tlaloc, the goggle-eyed rain god. Human sacrifices. Yes, the shocking truth. Hearts offered on altars to summon storms, blood symbolizing the life force of water. But it wasn't all grim. Everyday signs included observing pine trees. If their needles turned yellowish, rain was imminent, as sap rose in anticipation. Or the behavior of fish in the lakes, surfacing more when barometric pressure dropped. Emotional weight hits hard. Imagine the fear in a mother's eyes as she prays for her children's future. As storm clouds gather after a ceremony, the crowd erupts in joy, but whispers linger. Was it the gods or nature's cues? Swing eastward to ancient China during the Zhou dynasty around 1000 BC. You're a court astrologer in the imperial palace along the Yellow River, where floods and droughts shaped dynasties. The philosophy of yin and yang guided you. Balance in nature foretold weather. Observe the dragons in the sky? Not mythical beasts, but cloud formations swirling like serpents, predicting heavy rains. Animal omens abounded. Cranes flying high meant dry spells, while dogs eating grass signaled approaching storms. Surprising fact, they invented early rain gauges, bronze vessels to measure precipitation, and tied it to the 5 elements. Wood, fire, earth, metal, water influencing seasons. The I Ching, the Book of Changes, was consulted with yarrow stalks for hexagrams divining wet or dry periods. Tension mounts as the emperor awaits your forecast. A wrong call could cost your head. When monsoon winds finally howl, bringing sheets of rain, the relief is palpable. But as the waters rise, a question bubbles up. How did desert dwellers fare? Finally, venture to the arid expanses of ancient Arabia, pre-Islamic era around 500 BC. You're a Bedouin nomad in the vast Arabian Peninsula, your camel caravan trudging through dunes. Survival here means reading the subtle breaths of the desert, smells from the earth. That earthy petrichor scent rising after a long dry spell signaled rain approaching as moisture evaporated from deep soil. Watch the camels. If they sniffed the air restlessly or refused water, storms were near. Tribal lore passed down. Halos around the sun, caused by cirrus clouds, meant precipitation in 48 hours. Emotional core. In this harsh land, rain was a miracle, turning barren wadis into lifelines. As droplets finally patter on the sand, transforming the desert into fleeting green, you feel a profound connection to the cycle of life. We've journeyed through time and across empires, witnessing how our ancestors, armed only with keen eyes, passed down wisdom and a dash of mysticism, tamed the chaos of the skies. From Babylonian halos to Mayan stars, Greek birds to Indian ants, these methods weren't just guesses. Many align with today's science, proving human ingenuity knows no bounds. But here's the thought that lingers. In our tech-driven world, have we lost that intimate bond with nature? Next time you check your weather app, pause and look outside. Maybe there's an ancient secret waiting. If this adventure through history sparked your curiosity, hit that like button, share it with a friend who loves mysteries, and subscribe for more epic tales from the past. What ancient wonder should we explore next? Drop it in the comments. I'll see you there.